inspiration in my life.
Okay, you get a C for originality, but an A because you were so handsome when you said it.
It heals, but it takes a very long time, and sometimes you just wake up and the cells rip off your eyes. Oh my gosh! So that's kind of what happened. And then I thought I was late getting into my line, and then I got in there and I was all right. Right? So, it's like floating now. Now I know how she feels. I know. So anyway, and then I'm in the middle of a line and it ripped off again, and I'm like, and everyone thought I think I was having a
But you know what?
I'm not, I'm fine. It's just a lie.
Can I tell you something?
Where are you?
I'm right here, darling. Okay, the greatest thing about it is that you're still here. Oh, well, never mind. I hope Alexis knows what she's getting herself into, especially since if she doesn't, she'll get an earful from that grandfather.
This is not a wedding, it is a debacle. It is a willful campaign of disgrace.
Thank you for your opinion. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have plans.
Oh, what? Another photo shoot? This time honoring the groom-to-be? I can just see the papers tomorrow. There you'll be with your briefs on your head.
Yes, we're all bringing it out of you.
It's so trendy.
Your future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. Okay. Well, go ahead.
I should say John took my daughter in every parade. He is the most romantic man. He was with all the good characters, and he held her and loved her so much.
John,
Wait a minute, he sat with me. I'm not a good character.
One went me to Cape Town.
do you have children?
We have 5 grown daughters and 9 grandkids.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
last night, Katie became my 10th grandkid.
Oh.
She was so cute, I said, blow him a kiss.
Are you having the time of your life?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is really not me. I'm at home asleep. This is an animatronic.
And looking good, I must say.
To make up people.
Have you been just having a ball with the fans out there? This is your first Super Soak
First time.
weekend.
And I hope, please, thank you, whoever, not the last.
Oh, after all, who taught drama to famous people in 2 different schools in Los Angeles and started his own acting career at the age of...
Well, 57 is when I retired from teaching.
Okay, does that give you any kind of idea that you can do whatever you want, no matter how old you are? Really, though, why is it we're always so darn grumpy?
I think this show has to have somebody to kick around.
Yes. What do you mean? You get kicked around? It
Somebody
seems to me. Hello.
Someone to give us all day.
The only person Edward is ever nice to is Lila. And Annabelle, the dog, I kind of like.
Cold shower. Cool them off. Think for yourself.
Come really. Brother Lord. Okay, minor setback. Slight delay in lovemaking plans.
Leo! Look at you!
I'd rather look at you. Come on. We can still make love on dry land. Stars won't mind.
You have got to be kidding me.
Creamy, come on. Don't let this ruin the mood, baby. Come on.
You smell like something died all over you.
It's just earthy. Come on, earthy.
For you, baby. I always say to him if I was 6 months younger. Now listen, you told me something last night that just made me go, what?
What?
Your extracurricular activities of late?
My extracurricular.
Yes, you're doing something for the WWF.
Yes.
Wrestling Federation, I'm afraid to ask.
Well, it hasn't been that long that I've been doing it, but it's just on MTV and it's live at Times Square on Sunday night.
Oh, that's
And
great.
it's hosting, and it's something I do for fun on the side.
Yeah.
Completely separate.
You know, but what's really great about that is when you do other things and it's another venue and then people get to see you and they're like, oh, I like that girl. She's got some spunk. I think I'll watch all my children, you know, which is, oh, yeah. And you.
You've got spunk, Josh.
You know what? When I watch these clips, it reminds me of a young Tad. Maybe that's why I like it. It really is. You're kind of...
Well, that's a huge compliment.
Yes.
He is so talented.
Oh, yeah.
But it's true.
You hear me?
Here, talking to my We're working tomorrow, Josh.
Listening right here. Can you hear me or no?
Okay, so he's
That's all right, you can use mine.
Okay, they're telling me they hear you fine and dancing. Leo and Grinley are a perfect match, so why did it take him so long to give up on Becca?
You want to dance for that?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. Why it took me so long? Maybe I thought maybe I could be reformed. I
Yeah.
thought I could reform, and I knew that there was no hope for me. So I ordered Plan B. Plan Greenlee.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely no love lost between Leo's new girlfriend and his old crush. See for yourself. Ryan Lavery.
Leo's just a one-time thing.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Are you the biggest vixen in town?
I don't know about that, but, yeah, she's dead.
She's definitely the horniest in town.
Even though Grinley was sleeping with Leo by then, when Ryan dumped her, she had a big axe to grind.
Anyone here?
My music sometimes.
Do you mind telling me why you just almost chopped my head off with his axe, Greenlee?
I hate him. I am gonna kill him for what he did to me. I swear.
Grinley comes from money. Is that intimidating to Leo?
No, I think that Leo, wherever he can find the money, I think she understands that that he doesn't love her for the money, but it's always nice.
Yeah, right.
He lives off his mother,
The guy's got a key.
Erica.
He lives off the kindness of strangers.
Right. Grinley may be hard to please, but Leo seems to know how to work her into a lather.
Being with you is like this huge life raft for me. I can't help feeling like we're gonna drown.
It's not gonna happen. Greenlee, if the raft gets a few holes in it, we can just patch them up. It's no big deal.
I like that.
I have a feeling you love doing everything. You know? It means it's all good. It means that you just are a lover of life. You love to
She really is. She's the most energetic person I know.
Yeah. I just think you're pretty cool. Yeah. I was just like this. I'm a mere shell of my former self. Okay, thank you. You know what? We want to ask for a big round of applause for our stars.
Oh, that was a few semesters back. I mean, that was really fun. Ryan, of course, put that clip package together, and I do think it was shot by somebody in the audience on their cell phone. Yeah, but who cares? Because I wouldn't be able to relive these memories. Pardon?
Who even knows where that is otherwise?
I know. That was at Super Soap Weekend in Orlando at Disney World. It was a live show. And then we would do a concert at night, and it was really fun. And a lot of people here are saying, oh, I was at that show, I went to Super Soap Weekend, and it really was a magical time for daytime back then. It was just really something to go and meet thousands of fans and people and make friends. And I had the weirdest thing happen to me, though, at a Super Soap Weekend. And it started you got picked up at 5:30 in the morning, and then you would go, and there were a bunch of us, maybe 21 or so of the actors. Why?
The 5:30 in the morning.
Oh no, I'm used to it though, because we had to get up at that hour to work on soap operas anyway.
You have to get up even earlier, shower, and get yourself.
Oh yeah, I was to say I don't even depuff till 11. By then we were, well into scene 3. But at Super Soap Weekend one time, it's so funny because they say leave your problems at the door, because when you go to work in entertainment, you have to go on no matter what, no matter how sick you are, no matter how bad you feel, no matter what happened in your family. I mean, you just have to go. And so one morning, I was feeling very anxious before I left because I think it was when 9/11 happened. I think it was 2001. And so what happened was for the first time in my life, I experienced really bad anxiety and even a little bit of panic. And I had never in my life experienced that before. So I was having trouble concentrating and, learning my lines, and I knew that Super Soap Weekend was coming up, and they were getting anthrax at the time sent to ABC News, which was right across the street from our building. And so I was just getting really anxious all the time. And so I went to Super Soap Weekend, and I was still really anxious when I got there. When I say I felt anxious, I don't mean a little anxious. I mean, get this girl on something anxious, really could not. But I didn't have a doctor down there, and I wasn't taking anything. So what happened was my guide, each actor would get a Disney guide. So I used to tease Bob, my Disney guide, that he had to wear those Kevlar vests. They were these these Disney vests. They were like plaid, just terrible. And he picked me up at 5:30 in the morning, and he knew I was anxious because he picked me up at the airport the day before. So he said, I know exactly what I want to do. I said, what? He said, I'm going to help that anxiety. I said, okay. And he took me to MGM Park, which was part of Disney. And he... No, I never want to go on that ride again. Yeah.
It's dead?
It's not on. So he took me to MGM Park, and he put me on the test ride for the rock and roller coaster. Now, you know how much I hate rides, especially roller coasters. And it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and they do a test run. Usually nobody's on it, or one person is on it, like a cast member. They call people that work at Disney. And he put me in the front car all by myself for the test ride of the rock and roller coaster. Because if you get your adrenaline pumping high enough, it kind of eradicates the anxiety. which is why a lot of people that have anxiety or ADD actually go skydiving, because they get that adrenaline rush and it makes them feel better. So I went on the rock and roller coaster by myself, and it was terrifying. Terrifying at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I felt fantastic. So if you met me that year and you didn't notice a thing, it was because Bob Pate, my Disney guide, put me in the torture seat, and it really did an amazing thing for me. But I really loved Super Soap Weekend because
I've never heard any of that stuff before, meaning that's how you calm somebody down.
Oh, you never heard that before?
No.
Yeah, if
I guess
someone...
it's because I never really get worked up.
Yes, you know, that's true. You're Mr. Mellow. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen you worked up. I have seen you worked. I got you really mad once.
No.
Yes, I saw you all worked up. I got you really mad.
No, impossible.
You were so mad at me.
Really?
Yeah, and you snapped at me and walked out of the room, and you'd never done that before, so I went, ooh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. And, of course, all was well within a few hours. That's the only time I can ever remember you kind of snappy. Okay, so they're going to...
1, 2. Yeah, her mic's very loud, John, because we turned it up because we used it for that child, so...
Oh, okay, so let me just say welcome to the show at last, because I am really excited. It's Saturday night. What are you doing this Saturday night? Not
Well,
much of
normally
anything, so you'll be with us. That's the best part, that we get to be together.
We didn't do a Friday show.
No, because it was just one of those things that we needed to take a night off and be together, huh? And then, and you know what somebody said in the comments? Well, I don't understand. And it was a guy. Well, I don't understand. If you're going to have a date night, you usually do the show together. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the night I want.
But then all of you are on the date.
Exactly. You see, it's not the same. But anyway, let's see who's here. And, we have our usual suspects. Ferrucco's here. Nikki Luongo. And Krista Lawler, Kaylee Sullivan, Vicki Giddens, Sasha Renee, Patty Hughes, who was at Super Soap Weekend, I remember. Aubrey, that's where I met you, Patty. Francine Lobner's here. Eric is here. Jen Smith, Carol Riley. I've got some new names. Barbara Hammond. Ryan Clements, of course. Rock and Roller Coaster is one of the best ones in that park. I don't like roller coasters, but I used to love Tower of Terror. That was my favorite. Is that still there? I wonder. Tower of Terror. Is it? Oh, I loved it. Loved it. Okay, Mariana is here. I'll be seeing you in just a few days. Rod Hardy, big hello to you. And Todd, haven't seen him much, but I've enjoyed having Bobby here. I love your skincare products.
You got Bob.
I have a rough and tumble Australian man loving his Rooster Booster. I sent him the Rooster Booster, just early
Products.
because, there's nothing more than an Australian man. So if you can make him happy with some skincare, right? No, I don't mean it that way.
Put a couple shrimp on the Barbie, mate.
There's other things, but let's see here.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. That's right. Terry Dixon. Hello, Mark and Kathy Gans. Kathy Gans is here.
Oh, boy.
I know.
Hold on to your wallets.
She laughs over this stuff. Kathy Jean is here. Scott Edmondson, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. So we have so many people. Tammy Wilson, everybody's here. It's just climbing and growing. And look at all the hearts. Lots of hearts. Isn't that great for a Saturday night to get hearted? I don't think it gets any better, really. And my brother should be here because he's having a blast he's staying with Rod Hardy. And so he sent me a picture of food porn, a beautiful picture of his dinner with the words.
So he's going out?
Well, you can only sit outside. You can't. Restaurants there are limited because
I'm
they
thinking
can't.
3 weeks of isolation when he comes back. Did you get that space set up?
He's
Dora's
a
gonna get the
he's a
space set up.
germaphobe, so I don't worry about him. So but I kind of did envy that dinner. I gotta say, I looked at it and I know the restaurant. It's one of our old haunts. So you know. So Super Soap Weekend, the reason that I showed that is because our two auction items tonight, one revolves around Super Soap Weekend.
Okay, am I showing that prior to the clip?
Do we have a clip?
We have a clip for one of the auction items.
Which one?
Cater to Fair.
That's right. So you're just going to show the picture then of this. Yes.
Whatever you like. I'll
All
turn
right.
off the clip.
Okay.
If you're not ready for the clip?
No,
we'll
the
turn off
clip
the
is. Oh, you want me to do that one first?
Well, you took off in that direction, so let's go with that.
Well, you see, I'm a girl
There you
on
go.
fire tonight, baby.
There you
Just
go.
on fire. Okay, here we go. So I want to thank.
Right here.
Yeah, I want to thank Jen Levy. And, you know, do you want to put it up there?
That'd be up to Johnny Boy.
Johnny Boy, you want to put that up on the TV? So Jen Levy, thank you so much, because she is a really good friend of Ryan's, and I have met Jen too, and she donated 2 things that really were great. This is a picture of the cast that was at Super Soap Weekend, but this was at California Adventure in California, in Anaheim. And so all of us, this was in the parade, and we were all on this little, it made me think of Animal House. Remember when that thing went out of control? I thought, if this goes out of control, we're all hanging on to this little thing. But so the whole cast that was invited is on a float. That's right. So I signed that picture, and it's in a beautiful Disney frame. So Jen Levy, thank you so much, because it's such a great picture. And a great memory. Also, there's a soap opera magazine, and I signed the inside of that on a story.
Vintage.
A vintage, yes. And then also we have a signed picture of me and a script signed by Hillary B. Smith and myself. So that is the One Life to Live bundle. A signed script from One Life to Live, the Disney picture, and pictures in the Disney frame, the soap opera magazine, and a picture of me. So that's the first bundle. So let's call that the cat bundle, right? We'll start it at $5 and $5 increments from there. So let's move on to the second auction item, which I think is really, really cool. So want to play the clip first? I think that would be fun.
Well, no, I mean.
Okay, so I'll show what it is then.
There it is.
Okay, so
That's a huge
put it, Johnny.
bundle.
I'll put it back up there again. And yes, it is. It's a really fun bundle. When Ryan left, he's gone. He left yesterday
Abandoned
morning.
his station for his children.
But he's at home producing this show from there in Pennsylvania. But so he really picked all this out. Now, I'm going to start at the top because I love the movie is a Cater to Fair. It's signed by Debbie.
Now that's an older VHS.
It's
but
a
it was really
VHS
signed
tape,
by
so
her.
really you're probably not going to watch it.
No, you're really buying.
You're buying
the box,
and the signature.
the collectibles.
Right. And then next to that is a picture of Debbie, which is not signed, but it's a...
Well, the black and white one is next to the Cater Fair is actually one of those handouts, but unlike the ones that come with the costume.
Johnny, you want to put the picture up on the... There you go.
That's
all right.
an electronic signature. But so the only item that's autographed in here is the movie itself.
The movie, right.
But you are getting a lot of other things, such as like the dance floor, which is from DR Studios for 40 years. Prior to that, it was from MGM. We've been giving those away or selling them or auctioning them, whatever. Cat does have them available for sale as well. And if you notice on the left, there's a Debbie Reynolds professional dance stool stationery. We found a box of that stationery, so we thought that would be kind of cool
to put the
stationery with the floor
certificate of authenticity on the on that.
It's all listed.
Yeah.
Then we found like 10 of those keychains, Debbie Reynolds Hotel and Casino keychains.
Awesome.
And if you, in a clip a few days ago, we ran of my mother talking about the museum on a talk show. She handed the lady a brochure, which is right there. See, it says coming in, it's the date's blocked, largest collection of Hollywood memorabilia. So that's the brochure that we made to introduce the museum to Las Vegas. Then there's a matchbook from the Debbie Reynolds Hotel and Casino.
It's actually not a matchbook. It looks like a matchbook, but
what is it?
I want to get these made again. You open
right
it.
There. Pull it.
All right. Let me get over here. I've never seen this before, but I'm a person that jots things down. But I love this because it looks like a matchbook. It's
Exactly
gorgeous,
like one.
right?
Yeah, there's no sandpaper though.
No, because there's no matches. It's a little book of paper,
Oh, it's
so
a
you can
notepad.
write. It's a
Yeah, but
notepad.
Look right here. Look what that says.
What's it say?
There's the address of the hotel.
Yep.
305 Convention Center Drive. Let me block her face so it'll focus on my hand.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to
So
look.
that's very interesting. So, and these are very rare because we only had a little handful of these. I think we found 5 or 6 or 10 maybe of each.
Yeah, but I just love the gold signature on gold.
Yeah, and the other 2 are postcards. The Debbie picture center lower was the marquee out in front of the hotel. And then there are 2 performing arts programs. One is from the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion in 1977.
Wow.
And then the other is Annie Get Your Gun when she went on tour with it. So there's 2 different ones from Annie
2
Get Your
different
Gun.
programs.
And then you have the Studio Secrets. You take that.
Okay, so then you have the Studio Secrets
How much
Debbie
more stuff could you jam into one thing?
Debbie Cream, which is what she wore on her face every night, which is why she had amazing skin to the end, and the soap. Now, actually, I'm going to send 2 bars of soap with this, and here's why. Because this soap, it's vintage, and you don't want to open one and keep the other intact.
There's not very much of the soap. You have the only box of that.
I know, but oh my God.
There's more of the cream.
I love that soap because it doesn't dry
So
my
why are you
face
giving
out.
2 away?
Because
It's a collectible. It's not to be used.
one can be used if you get 2. See what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So you keep one as a collectible, and the other one, it's so great, this soap. It's amazing. Now, that is that. And
There
then
she goes giving away the farm again.
Mm.
2 soaps.
And I
instead of
think
one. There's already
that's it.
29
So anyway,
items.
that's the Debbie bundle.
That's a lot of stuff in there.
Yep, that's the Debbie bundle.
Oh, and the pin.
Oh, and
There's
the Carrie and
Memorial
Debbie
pin.
Memorial pin. Okay, so that's great. That's
the Debbie bundle.
That's the Debbie bundle. So
And
you
to
can
go
put
with it,
Debbie and
the
then
movie The Cater to Flair. We have a film clip that we actually ran a few weeks ago, but Ryan thought it'd be a good idea for people to see
the movie.
Well, this was the promo that they released with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So this came out right when the movie was coming out and they would run these in theaters before there was television commercials for movies.
Right.
You'd be sitting in the theater. And
Oh,
they'd
I
cut to
remember
this.
when I was
And-
little, they had this.
And Ernest Borgnine, who's the co-star, he had just won the Academy Award for Marty, so they let him be the lead guy. And so here we go. We'll just watch a little of that. Hit it, John.
You know, I keep getting letters like this all the time. But my real name is Borgnine. Ernest Borgnine, not Marty. You know, the big hope of an actor after such a success as Marty is to find another story just as good. I was mighty lucky to be selected by MGM to join some fine players in making The Catered Affair. It's by the same author as Marty, and it's another wonderful story full of laughs and romance and real people. For instance, this is Aggie Hurley, the mother. Betty Davis plays the part. Daughter Jane is Debbie Reynolds, and she does the best acting of her career. I play Tom Hurley, a role that I hope will please you as much as Marty. And wait till you see Barry Fitzgerald as Uncle Jack. Rod Taylor is a real find. Debbie and he are perfect together.
I don't know. I don't know what I believe.
You mean I never told you what I feel about you?
Yes. Oh, yes. But don't ever stop telling me.
But to me, the heart of this picture is much more than just a story of a young girl's wedding. It also uncovers the deepest feelings of real people in a real world.
Oh, by the way, Tom, you'd be pleased to hear that old Casey and old Regan will be coming to the reception. Mrs. Rafferty, of course, will be there, too.
3 more, huh?
Well, of course, I pay for them.
Did you ask Mrs. Rafferty?
I did.
But we don't know her.
Well, she don't know you, but she'll come.
Bickering and haggling.
And what about my head, Aggie? Huh? You've always ragged me about what a miser I am. Well, I found dollars hard to come by, and I'm proper leery of letting them go. And I'm sick of being put up in front of my children as a penny-pinching miser, of denying them college educations. I done the best I could, and it was never good enough for you. Nothing was ever good enough for you.
Stop it, both of you. Friday, we decided to have a big wedding, and in 2 days, my best friend Alice hates me. My uncle is moving out. My mother and father are breaking up. I've lost my honeymoon. Pa's lost his cabin. Ralph is so sore he may walk out on the whole thing. So, let's call the whole thing off. I know we put $50 down on the ballroom and $50 down on the bridal gown.
$50? For the love of heaven, if it's $50 down, how much will this come to?
Okay. Okay, we're calling it off.
But the invitations went out this
Then
morning.
we'll just have to write everybody and say the plans were changed.
And your Uncle Harry's coming up from Virginia.
Okay, so maybe it's embarrassing. But it's a whole lot better than having Pa go broke and Ralph and me lose our honeymoon.
All right. We won't have a wedding. All right.
You know what? Everyone's invited to this wedding. You too. We're sure you're going to have a good time.
There you have it.
I love it. I love that movie.
I still say, that's one of my favorite parts that she plays.
Oh, I mean, she's so young, and I can't imagine being that young and having to carry a film with Ernest Borgnine and Bette Davis, and she was great. I mean, talk about pressure.
You saw Barry Fitzgerald in this movie with her. Now, last week, a few days ago, we showed you her doing Barry Fitzgerald.
That's
an impression.
right. Yes.
This is where she learned to talk like him.
Well, your mom was like she was so fast at picking people up, you know.
No, I mean, but of course they worked together for several months on this movie, and she picked up on it, and she used to do an impression, started doing an impression with him, and so that actually became one of her routines until nobody knew who he was anymore.
Yeah.
But it's pretty funny, like when that scene with Frank Gorshin where she's doing Barry Fitzgerald and she's got the little priest outfit on, everything's out of this world. It's hilarious.
Yes, and John Stetson.
That was last
John
week.
Stetson wrote in the messages, Barry Fitzgerald. He knew exactly who it was. He is so, I would say he's up there with you on the classic.
Can't I be better than him? He's better than me at cards.
He's better than you at mind reading.
A mind reading. He doesn't do card tricks too?
Yeah, he works
seen him
with
do
cards,
some
but
cards.
he uses them within the mentalist
I don't know. I'm
context.
pretty good at mind reading, but I do it for real. He does.
He's awesome.
No, he is.
He went back to work. He's been doing shows in places, and he has this Wednesday night. If you want to know who I'm talking about John Stetson, and that's JONSTETSON, like the hat.
Is he with you today or no?
I don't know, but on Wednesday night he has a ladies' night only. It's online, so if you're home and you want to be entertained, it's a really fun show. He does mind reading, and it's kind of like I don't even know how to say it, but it's a really cool night. And so he does these from home, but he's been out doing shows, the mentalism shows, which are really great. And I envy him because, he's back to work. And I'm so happy for him, too.
So there is some work floating around.
Yes, it's starting to be where, maybe but he's doing a lot online. So that's really fun. But Wednesday night, if you want to go check it out, his website, I think, is johnstetson.com, or you can go to his Facebook page. He puts on great shows. Whether
he's done a few here for you.
Yes, we've done many shows together, John and I. Many. Great mentalist and thought reader.
Well, and speaking of friends,
yes,
there's some that are actually here, or a friend that's actually here.
Well, we have the beautiful Dora.
Well,
we have the handsome John.
That's right.
And we have...
Well, and there's somebody else in the room.
I know who's in the room, and I was wondering if you want him to come up and and say
well,
hi.
there he is. There. See him sitting in the room? So,
Mark Shepard.
See him sitting in the room? So,
Mark Shepard.
yeah, why don't we bring him up for a minute?
Mark, can you handle these?
You got the handheld mic?
Okay, we got the handheld mic. He's coming up with his... people are going to freak out when they see this cane.
Well, I think I brought it.
That's right. So he had some surgery, so he has to use a cane. This is a friend of ours, and he went to high school
You're
with
gonna
Carrie.
You're gonna sit in Kat's seat.
Yeah, I'm going to get up and let Todd do the interview. But check out this cane. To say that he's a Star Wars fan.
Why don't you sit with me?
No, I'm good.
Sit right here.
Okay. Let me get in here. You
In your
sure?
room. Yeah.
Okay, we get...
It's like that.
Oh, this...
No?
I don't know. Let me just let you have some
Right
room.
like that. That's
Right like
perfect.
that? Okay.
John, does that work? Sort of works, right? I bet you that camera will get us both good, right?
I'm thinking.
Hit 3, please.
There you go.
Yeah, they got a 2-shot. Perfect.
Well, look at you, Mark.
So, first of all, this is Mark Shepard, and Mark and I go back to elementary school together, but he was a year older than I. And
Still am.
yes, that's true. It doesn't change. But Mark was also in Carrie's class, and all through
El Rodeo in Beverly Hills.
exactly. And so, but we didn't really hang out a lot until way later in life when Mark got into the IT and audiovisual business, and then he started doing all the work for Carrie and I in terms of IT work and things like that. Is that sort of when it all kind of restarted again?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I was doing computers and stuff for Carrie, which was a job in itself.
Well, actually, the part that was the job was the replacing of the ones that were lost every few days.
And the iPhones that
Well,
she
the
lost
iPhones,
every
she
week.
had a real bad habit of leaving them everywhere. One time we had to go and track it down using, thank you Apple, the Find My iPhone. But she had left it in a restroom at one of the casinos, and somebody had picked it up and taken it downtown, and we ended up having to wheel and deal and get it back.
But I seem to remember many phones.
Oh yeah, there were many.
Like, give me a number of how many computers and phones and iPads.
You asked me that the other day. I probably say she probably spilled Diet Coke or Coke Zero.
No, hardly any there. No, pure Coke. She went for the real deal.
Oh, remember when she was doing the show in Berkeley, she was trying to do a...
They tried to talk her off of it. It didn't work. She was like, if I'm going to drink Coke, I'm going for the big can.
So anyway...
numbers are big.
Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? She would initiate them regularly with Coca-Cola.
Okay, hold on one second. It says Mark's mic is either off or low. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they can't
you
hear.
keep talking to him. Go check.
Okay.
Is this any better?
No, yeah, you'll have to talk close, but let
Ouch,
me. Oops.
that was my foot.
Oops.
Oh my God, the
We're gonna
hazards
turn
of
off-
live
turn off the
television.
house.
Okay, so
starters.
before
We
until
shut
he
this
gets
off.
back,
That's part of the
people are mentioning your
I got him right
cane.
here.
Yes.
So I need you.
He's
let me
on a
see what
handheld,
camera.
right?
It's on. You're
It's
on.
way
It's
down,
your
look.
camera. So hold that cane up, and talk to me about that cane because it's insane. So you're going to go to his camera to see the cane. There you go.
Yeah, this cane...
Wait. Let's wait and make sure you're...
We're good now.
Okay.
Are we good now? Okay.
All right.
This cane I picked up at... well, I shouldn't say I picked up. I got the lightsaber at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim a number of years ago. I have to use a walking stick or a cane because I was in a car accident long ago. Not in a galaxy far, far away. So I did that, and then I added a handle to it and a tip on the end. But it's basically a battle saber that's made by a company called Ultra Sabers in Texas.
Do they still sell the lightsabers?
Oh, yeah. They're
Ultra
big.
Sabers is the name of the company.
Yeah.
I always like to plug companies. So people ask often here if they can, where they can find a lightsaber, and that's a primo lightsaber.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 primo companies that are making lightsabers. Ultra Sabers is one of them, and they didn't give me any break on it. I'm not getting any promo money.
No, we're not getting any either. We're just helping another entrepreneur. Yeah.
But
so when you put the cane tip on the bottom, you just took it off of a cane and put it there?
No, I just went and bought it at the hardware store.
Oh, they sell cane tips at the hardware store?
Well, or chair tips.
Okay, so it fits perfect.
Yeah.
And the top?
The top is, well, 2 things on the top. One is, of course, I've got my little handle here to hold on to it.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to get up and let Todd get in there.
Todd's got his. Yeah, Todd has sounds in it. I deliberately deleted the sounds when I got this one.
Oh.
Because I didn't want sounds if I'm walking down the street every time you put the cane down, crash, clash, clash.
Well, what happened here was, if you remember, I called you one day. I never had one of these.
I know.
And we were doing a tribute to Carrie, a lightsaber tribute to Carrie at the Grauman's.
Yeah.
And I said, I got to have one of the, I figured you could go get them, but I didn't realize it'd stop making them. Because these are the fancy, you can see how fancy this is.
Yeah, that one is made by, I'm trying to remember the name of the name, something replicas.
But it's pretty, it's amazing. I've looked at it against the real one, and it's remarkably accurate. I mean, it's very, very close. So, but these are several $100. I didn't realize they were going to be quite that expensive, but it was worth it. So we took.
Those run, when they were new and you could just buy them, they ran about $200. I've got a red Darth Vader on a stand, but it won't take the abuse that this one will. I mean,
But I think what's most, I think what people will be most interested in is, because there's not that many of us left, is so I'll do this from your perspective. So you went to school with Carrie. You obviously knew both of us, but you knew Carrie because you're in her class. So, when did you sort of realize, was it after the Star Wars that you kind of thought, oh wow, that's I went to school with her? Or
no. I knew all along. I mean, when she just...
You knew she was going to be Princess Leia before George did.
Oh,
absolutely.
Even she did. And, and we can go on with her bits for a little bit there. But no, is when she left Beverly and...
We went to New York to do Irene.
You guys went to New York, and then from there, and as soon as I saw the first promo, it's like, oh my God, that is fantastic.
But you've always been, I think, one of her, not only, I'll just put this out there, not only a fan, but one of her best friends. As you well know, around Carrie, there was a lot of politics and conflict at different times.
No.
And you managed to survive, sometimes with my help. I had to intervene a few times, but basically, I used to say to people, because there'd be all these politics around Carrie's world, especially later on, and I would say, now, you all need to get over yourself, because long before you were here and long after you'll be gone, Mark will still be Carrie's loyal friend.
Yes, I was, and I always would.
Exactly.
And always will be.
Exactly.
I mean, on that note, notice on my hat, I've got my
memorial pin,
and I have one on the lightsaber on the handle too. Yeah, the handle is off of a hiking stick.
Well, you've definitely customized that.
Oh, yeah.
But you've gone to all the Star Wars events. I've had you at all the ones that I have anything to do with. And your son, Jake, he's a big...
Yeah, Jacob's a big fan.
He's a young... How old is Jake? 30?
No, Jake's
50?
Not that old. He's... Now you're going to make me think, because he was born in 84, so he'll be 30...
63.
No, 26, 27.
Well, anyway, Jake's a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though, to watch the generational progression, and that wasn't just for you. I mean, what got him interested in Carrie and Star Wars and all this? Because you knew her? Yeah, because you knew her?
I mean, as far as he's concerned, Carrie was like an aunt to him.
Oh, for sure.
In fact, one of her sayings, which is, there's no room for demons when you're self-possessed. After she left us, he went and ended up having that tattooed on his arm.
That's pretty hardcore.
That's pretty hardcore.
I'll tell you something about that phrase. So that was from the film that Carrie and I made when we were like 16, called You're You. That was the name of the script that she had written. And part of that was a song. And in the song, that's the chorus. But Carrie had long forgotten this. Long forgotten it. I didn't tell her about this till she was in her 50s. So that came out way later, and it was the song. Her name was Julie Rand. That was the character, but that was the chorus. There's no room for demons when you're self-possessed. No, you could see her doing that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In that, one of the funniest things in that little short film. First of all, it had Natalie Wood in it, Cher, and a lot of stars. My mother, of course, was a star, and once again, it was a Debbie phobia movie. You think Carrie's kind of hung up on the mother-daughter thing. But there's a scene where Carrie is in bed and she wakes up like in a cold sweat, and she hears tap dancing in the closet. And she gets up and she opens the closet. My mother's there in her red sequined tap dancing out, and she goes, "Gotta dance!" And then she break down. She's doing like a buck and wing, and Carrie's going, "Ah!" You know, she struggled with that. Obviously, I never did. I always thought it was pretty cool to have a talented mom. Carrie felt there was some competition going on. Were you there to see the Richard Dreyfuss interview he and I did together at Grauman's?
No.
So Richard and I did an interview together talking about Carrie, and it was fascinating. He was the only person in Carrie's world who picked up on the fact that the competition was just Carrie, not Debbie. Mm-hmm. But it was interesting because I had never said anything about it, and he was like, Debbie was not in competition with Carrie; it was just Carrie. And I was like, wow. So there is somebody who saw that, other than me. I just stopped talking about it. But it was interesting that Richard, of all people, would have gotten it.
I had an opportunity at another event somewhere else to run into Richard, and we ended up starting talking about Carrie.
I don't doubt it. Richard used to love this thing. Carrie had said to him, "We're out of the same egg." That was is that sort of like born of the same ilk. Yeah. And he was sort of proud to be a fellow traveler. He had a bipolar issue as well, and he was sort of proud to be a survivor like her, etc. So it was worthwhile. Anyway, Mark, thanks for coming and saying hi to everybody. Oh, no, I just wanted to show people that there are other people out here that have known us a long time. We didn't just arrive on the earth without any background. He was there at El Rodale, right there on Greenway Drive.
No.
He was No,
you were on Greenway Drive.
Whittier. But that's 3 blocks.
Right now.
Which our house? Oh, the whole school.
El Rodale.
Well,
but they're keeping the
well, you were there when they added that big building. I was there when
building there.
I was there when they added the one.
By Wilshire.
Exactly. Okay, you're back up, Kat.
And one last thing before I go.
Yeah.
Thank you for not introducing me as your oldest friend.
Well, that's an interesting. It's possible. Well.
No. I've known you a long time. I'm not your oldest friend.
So John Courtney.
Yes.
Is probably my oldest friend. He's over at CNN.
Nobody wants to be called old.
No one wants to be called old.
Yes.
But it is interesting, though. But the truth is, you were there around the same time frame. But John and I were friends since we were like 5 or 6 or whatever, 2nd or 3rd grade.
And I was really good friends with his brother David, who
rest
his soul.
That's right. David had the radio show, right? The sports thing, right?
Yeah, and he was calling the games for the basketball team at Beverly.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to say that this segment, which we didn't plan on, but I think was fantastic. Look at all the hearts. You've been getting a lot of hearts.
Well, people, I think
this is a wonderful thing.
It's a little different. It's just, Carrie had some, when you're a celebrity, it's not easy because you have what I call bullshit friends. You know, the leeches. They come around, they're fair weather. But then there are but then there are the ones that are there all along. So Carrie had a very small group of people like Mark that were friends for life. Connie Freiberg, May Quigley, Kimmy Brunk, that crew. You had Jane Book. Those were her clan. Dee Dee. Well, they were the Girl Scouts together, but they were also truly Carrie's friends. Even though Carrie had drifted apart from a lot of them and didn't stay in touch with them, they would have been there for her. Like you were always there. When the trouble started, you were always there to fix things. And that's the definition of a friend. The fair weather thing, that's another matter. But when you become famous like Carrie, it becomes very difficult to figure out who's your friend, who's a real friend, and who's there just for the ride.
One of these days you should bring up and put on the show the calendar picture.
I had that one day, and I have it here. It's actually here. You're talking about the Girl Scout one?
Yeah, the Girl Scout one.
It's here. I thought we had that like laying around a funny little spot. You remember that Girl Scout picture, Dora? Wasn't that like laying around here somewhere, like really nearby? It's in the neighborhood.
This is the only talk show in the world
you just walk off.
Walks off the set.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, there wasn't in there.
He walks off the set and just leaves the guest. He does it to me all the time.
Because I knew I know you can handle it. Gotta dance. I don't know where the picture went.
There you go. It's okay.
All right.
All right. Well, Mark,
thank you, Mark.
so much for
I
being
was
here, and it's fun for Carrie's fans to hear about her life, and by the way, how long are you here with us?
I'll be leaving on Monday.
Now that's what he thinks.
I
What
hate
he
that
also
part.
doesn't.
I hate that part.
No,
the
you know what he.
leaving part. Ryan left yesterday. Mark leaves on Monday. Yep.
Here's the thing. The hotel, it's the Hotel Nevada. You can check out anytime you want, Mark, but you can never leave.
But you can never leave. All right. Thank you so much.
I was
Mark.
going to find, what I jumped up about is I thought I saw it there the other day. I had this really cool picture of Carrie and the Girl Scouts together with my mother as the scout leader. They're all in their little Girl Scout outfits, and Carrie's there with half the girls I just mentioned. And and they made a calendar.
Because they were Girl Scouts.
They were
together.
legit.
And your mom was a
Girl Scout leader, yes,
yeah.
indeed.
So that's
and my mother was also a Girl Scout. A lot of people have seen that picture of her where she actually earned 27 merit badges for real, not some Hollywood gimmick. You know, long before she had earned those merit badges growing up, my mother.
Yeah. I was going to say that I can't picture Carrie winning 20.
Oh, no, Carrie, I think
Girl Scout merit
Carrie never earned a
badges.
merit badge. You have to show up for that. My mother kind of guilt-tripped her into doing the whole thing. They had fun.
Yeah.
But it was because they'd go on field trips and they'd go to the camp and they had some fun with it all. But I don't think Carrie was ever really cut out to be a Girl Scout exactly.
Yeah.
I'll never understand how my mother actually won like the cooking merit badge and some of that stuff.
No, no, your mother did not cook.
But she got the merit badge, so there must have been something going on there. She might have paid somebody off. But I really think that those merit badges were a good thing. This is back in the day where you had to earn things.
Yes.
So you had to accomplish certain things to earn these merit badges in different areas. My mother used to always say things, and I think she got confused with real life in the movies frequently. I remember her a couple of times saying, well, I used to be a nurse. She kept saying that to me and my friends when we were younger, and I started at a certain point going, when exactly were you a nurse? I mean, no one had the nerve to actually question it, but it was in a movie, so she played the part of a nurse, so she thought she was a nurse. So if you start thinking about that, she was a lot of things.
Yeah, no, without question. Well, I just want to say that we made a donation this week with the auction money, and I love this. I told you about my friend Chris Durham, who is an actor, and he's also a great.
I have his picture.
Oh yeah, there's a video we're going to play in a moment, but I like this company, and I think that I'm going to put this into. It's a organization, and
what is
my
it?
friend Chris, he is a wildlife
is this the bird
rehabilitator.
fund?
Yeah, so. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page with this video. But when we auction things, it is such a joy to see what it says, Kat and Todd Live give back. That doesn't mean Todd and I, that means all of us. You're part of our show and our family. So when we give something, you are the reason that we're able to do that for these charities. So we put a little something together so you can see and we will always do this so that we can show you when you buy things where this money is going. So this is in New York City. So Chris Durham, who is an actor, he's just first of all a gorgeous human being, period, inside and out. And he does commissions of people's pets. And we were on Capitol together in the 80s, the soap Capitol together. But he is a wildlife rehabilitator. So we have an awful lot in common. He's on Facebook, Chris Durham. And I'm going to put his information on my Facebook page because I got this today. This is Nugget. He painted it off of a photograph. And I love it so much. So I asked him if I could pay for it, and he said that he would rather me pay the foundation. There's in New York City, they're the bird rescue, the only one, and they take chickens and geese and pigeons and whatever. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and And let's take some of the money tonight. Let's take the money tonight and put it towards that. Because you know what? Those people don't make any money. And just feeding animals, I know this really just because I have 40 myself. It's so expensive to feed the animals. And when you're a rescue organization, and every single bit counts. So let's help them out.
Yeah,
and
love it.
as a, you know, so that's where your money is going for people.
The Wild Bird Fund is New York City's first wildlife rehabilitation and education center. Prior to this, there was nothing. So when you found an injured bird lying on the sidewalk, you didn't know where to take it. So we're very happy. We've opened our doors to a great throng of people who have found injured birds. When a good Samaritan picks up a little bird from the sidewalk, brings it to us, they've made the difference of life and death. The person who comes in with that bird in hand, they're so often really attached to it. And they come in, and that's often just the beginning. First, they're there for the exam, but then very many of them want to volunteer. So we have 50 volunteers a week, individual volunteers that come every week. And over the course of 3 weeks, it'll be 70 to 80 separate different people who will come to work here. And they're very dedicated, and we could not exist without them.
If someone has a dog at home and they have a lizard and they have a fish, they're always going to say the dog is the one that gives them the most love. The pigeon is the same. Like, anything else doesn't really care. They don't want you near them. They want nothing to do with you. These guys are really smart. They know how to interact in the city, and they definitely have an opinion of us. And it's really funny to see what each one is.
Directly across the street at Animal General, we have digital x-ray. And next door, 2 doors down from Animal General, is the Center for Avian and Exotic Medicine, which has 3 avian vets that consult for us, plus vet techs and all the supplies we could need. So we do a gold standard of medicine for your common wildlife.
I'm gonna hold him. Buddy. Brain. Select easy from here, and then head down. Perfect. That's fine. Good. That's the other one. We just want to get symmetrical. It doesn't have any inter in it, but we just want to get it so kind of like the toes. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's all get out of the room. Now look at this.
Perfect, that x-ray. Not a great prognosis. This is not great. Our biggest client right now this week is a mute swan that came in from Brooklyn. And on Tuesday he was fine, and suddenly he was actually toe up. They even saw him on his back with his feet up in the air.
I think she's really anemic, which is also not helping with her oxygen carrying capacity. And they can be anemic from chronic disease, they can be anemic from lead toxicity. So, but I'm also not hearing very good lung sounds at all from her. So I'm gonna pull up the x-rays across the street and look at them where I can blow them up and look at them better. I would not give up on her yet, but this bird very likely can die.
Them if they're in their environment in the last place they were, and that's where they know to get their food as well, so they have like a reliable food source. So I mean, we're right near like many restaurants, and also there's a flock of pigeons that likes to circulate around here. So go.
There you go.
It just makes me so happy because we all do this together, and every living being deserves to be loved and cared for. I mean, I look at those pigeons and I think about the two that we brought home from LA, or I did, because remember I put them in the car and I said I can't stay in Los Angeles because I have to get these birds home, right? And one had a broken leg, and they're still here 3 years later with all their children. And how many pigeons do we have now?
I'd say about a dozen,
Yeah.
roughly.
Mhm.
But they live on the back end of this studio. In fact, they live right over
Above
here.
us, yeah.
On the outside.
But they nested over our bedroom door.
They had their
and
children over
had
the door.
children there, and then they left. You know what the weird thing is? They built the nest above our bedroom door. There's like a nice
Security thing.
Yeah, there's a security
A
thing
ledge.
there, a ledge. So, but it's has a little lip on it. So they built their nest in there, and I watched them build it. This was only maybe 6 or 7 months ago, right, Dora? Yeah. And we watched them twig by twig build this nest, and then the sitting on the eggs, and I was fascinated because I didn't know that the pigeons, the male sits, and then the female sits, and then the male sits, and I thought, this is cool. Then the babies hatch.
To be honest, I think the male sat more than the female.
I think you're right. Noticed that the male sat more than the female. Pudge and Mrs. Pudge.
But people, when you see a pigeon, a lot of people think they're just a nuisance, and certainly they can be in the wrong.
They're so smart.
They
are smart birds.
They are, and
yeah.
so who are we to determine, what should live and what should die?
But
it's an interesting.
All the work they do.
Yeah, to save one bird.
To save a little bird and a swan. Did you see that? And so what Chris Durham does is when they have a wild animal, a bird, or they have a bird, he goes into Manhattan. He lives in upstate New York, and they give him the bird, and he lives in nature, and he rehabilitates them, and off into the wild they go. So.
By the way, what I would like to do, I noticed that the Debbie bundle is getting pretty high.
The Debbie bundle.
It's getting high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a hardback autograph book of My Girls. So this was, for those of you who don't know, this is a story that after my mother and sister passed that I wrote about their lives. And it's really sort of this cover-to-cover story of Carrie and my growing up under the shadow of my mother. And it goes from front to back, and it has a lot of great stories. There's over 200 pictures. So I'll autograph to the winner. And what I was actually thinking we could do.
I'm not sure now what that's up to.
Well, whatever it is, what I'm willing to do is I'm willing to take the 2 highest bidders and duplicate the bundle.
Can you?
I'm not. The only catch is I'm not sure I had 2 catered affairs, but I'll tell you one thing. I do have either a Molly Brown or a Singing in the Rain VHS.
Okay.
Signed. So the runner-up,
if they want
it,
we'll
can have.
Yes.
The high bidder, you could take your choice.
Exactly.
And of a sign, because didn't I have a VHS of Singing in the Rain as well?
We had. I know we had Singing in the Rain or How the.
I know I have like a Molly Brown. Anyway, I had a couple of VHSs. That's one of them. You could have the second person can have the lesser.
The second person wants.
But we'll also include a book because once the numbers get up to where they are currently, I feel like I want to really make it special for them, and so I'll personalize the book to them, and you can have the 2 highest bidders there.
And mine is getting up there too. I'm not sure where it is, the cat bundle, but the last, I think it's climbing up to near $400.
Right now is $390.
$390. So I'm going to throw in.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm going to throw in a $50 gift certificate for catcosmetics.com. So that, because we don't expect these numbers. So when something happens like this, we need to say, okay. So
Maybe it's 1,200.
yes. So Debbie's up to 1,200. So so anyway, it's giveaway time. It's prizes.
We didn't do that.
You know what? I have a little tiny. It's international. It's either International or National Cat Day. So
is this the video?
We just have a little video. If you have a cat, congratulations. It's Cat Day.
Let me tell you. So Dora came to me and she said, "I have a picture of everybody with a cat, but I don't have a picture of you, the cat." I said, "Of course you do. There's lots of pictures of Cat and I."
Oh, I'm your cat.
Ba-dum-bum. You get the joke? Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
See? So I have
my
pictures.
motor running,
so,
baby.
So here comes the video. Here you go.
Okay, so.
He doesn't leave inside or follow. He's like a shadow. He comes and sits with me all the time. Sits on my shoulders, sits on my chest, and sort of snuggle into my neck. Very silly. He likes belly rubs and tickles, and he plays. Ollie is more of a geezer, if you like. He doesn't tolerate the silliness. They do generally like to come and watch whatever I'm watching, and it doesn't just have to be a typical cat video. It doesn't have to be birds flying by or mice or something like that. They'll watch for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then typically go to sleep, and then you'll just sort of nestle in and fall asleep.
Now come on. We have pictures?
We have pictures, all right.
All right.
Pictures of all of our friends, you mean, with cats?
Well, no, we have pictures, a few pictures she grabbed of, I think, we have one of Dora and the cat.
You talking about these pictures?
There's Dora, and I love that picture. If you want to put that on the big screen, that would be great. That's Dora and Jag. And Dora didn't even know she likes cats until she came to work here. And of course, this one.
He's a rescue, and he's a rescue cat.
Well, he was 1 inch long when we found him.
But he's definitely a rescue.
Yes. So I love that picture.
All right.
Dora.
So who else?
Cat and Callie.
Okay.
So I have my cat. There's my cat and Callie and me, and I just woke up. Yep. That's pretty much what it looks like in the morning. They always want to be on whatever you're holding. They don't leave you alone. Comes with the dinner.
Well, she's obsessed with you.
Yes. So that's Callie, and then Todd and both cats.
Where's that?
You know, I'm seeing Jen Smith saying, "I prefer dogs. Cats tend not to like me."
Oh, where is it?
That's kind of the way Todd and Dora
Jack. Well, we
felt.
did that one. So you're talking about just this one?
We got these guys. So it's sometimes just the cat. You know, Todd didn't.
There you go.
I never thought he would go for a cat, but look at.
Well,
that.
I was actually under the impression that I was allergic to cats.
Yes.
From very long ago, but it doesn't seem to bother me, so it's a good thing.
Well, those are the two cats that we found when they were a day old, and the mommy was gone. She didn't live. And so we grabbed the babies, all 5, and trying to keep them alive was really difficult because first of all, animals get natural antibiotics from the mother's milk, and so we can't duplicate that. And the feeding is around the clock. And so 2 out of 5 made it, but boy, are they beautiful. And it was a valiant effort, I must say. You know, it really was.
And the one, Jag, has 28 toes.
Yes, 28 toes. So National Cat Day, if you have a cat, I hope you're enjoying your time with your puss because they
Why don't you have everybody post pictures of the cats? Didn't you do that?
Please,
Everybody should post cat pictures.
Post a picture of your cat below and let us see your kitties. And now, while you're getting your pictures for your cats ready and posted.
Are you going to, are we going to put this up on the weekly?
Yes, we are, but let's do giveaways first. And you can keep that there. So giveaways, woohoo! And after the second giveaway, we're closing the auction items, okay? So giveaways. All right, so you might notice that this is I'm wearing this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure what the crop point is.
Look
but-
up there.
Oh yeah, you can see that. So this is from my jewelry line, and it's called Angel Heart because it looks like two angel wings folded together that make a heart. I love it because of what it is, but I also love it because it's really long, and when you wear long jewelry, it makes you look long and lean, and I love that. So here it is. And you can also double it, and then it hangs from up here. It's such a beautiful piece. So this is prize number 1. Look, see, isn't that a good prize? Prize number 1.
And do you actually have those for sale?
I do. We we have a limited number of them, but it's really my favorite piece. You know?
$995?
No, it's actually, I think it's $39.
Impossible!
And then if you use the code WeCare, all one word, you get 25% off of everything on the site.
Okay.
So you really can't beat it because it will be years of wear. It's just a gorgeous piece.
Now,
so anyway, that's prize number 1.
And how do we get that? How do we win
You
it?
want to know how to win it?
Well, am I involved in this, or is it?
Trivia
But where are those?
questions. They're right here.
Okay, so I'm not involved.
These are, you can do the questions.
No, what I was thinking about just now.
He's leaving.
I've gone. I have to go.
Left me on the set.
Here's what I was thinking. Where's the? Do we have the Debbie CDs in here too?
Okay, so he's gonna.
Where's the
he's
Debbie
gonna find
CDs?
more prizes. I feel it coming.
Oh, we put everything in.
Which is always a great thing. So here we go.
Yeah,
this is the easiest bunch of questions.
We
So
had
get
them
your
bring a whole
fingers
box of them.
ready and on the keys because you're going to want to type. And you have to get it, so don't type too fast, but be
Well,
ready.
wait, no,
'cause
don't
here we
go, Dora.
All right, so if you're going to...
It's okay, I'll just explain it.
With your microphone on or they won't hear the question. All right.
Here it is.
Okay, good. He got what he wanted. So here we go. Number 1. This is Music Icons Trivia. Number 1. The 2018 film Bohemian Rhapsody features the start of the band Queen and their lead singer. What was his name? Can you believe this? This is so good, Ryan. So easy. I love it.
Thermometer.
Joe, you make me
A
laugh.
thermometer, is that his name?
Close.
Oh, God. Okay, I see it on mine. I need to get, I'm going to see if we get 2 confirmations. Nikki Luongo and Diane. Says Nikki Luongo? Okay, we have 3 confirmations. Thank you, Diane. Freddie Mercury is the name of the singer, and Nikki Luongo got it in first. So congratulations, Nikki. You will be getting the Angel Heart necklace.
Now, what would you like to do with these 2 CDs?
Well, we'll do those last because
No.
we have to figure
Do we
it
want to
out.
put them in with the other?
Yes, you can put them in the bundle.
I'm thinking that we'll take these 2 CDs. So this is an Eddie and Debbie CD, early Eddie live performances, and a Debbie kind of best of CD.
Yep.
And we'll include it in the next bundle. So there'll be 2 bundles going out, and this will add the book and these 2 to what we originally talked about.
Okay,
So
so
that-
you're adding those to the Debbie bundle.
I'm adding so the cream and the makeup, the
Yeah.
soap,
Okay.
the pen, all of that stuff. By the way,
right.
we didn't talk about the pen, but it's okay.
Oh, the pen from the hotel.
Let me see the pen for a second, because I failed to mention, we didn't bring that up, but I think this is kind of,
It's a vintage pen. That
yeah,
is for
so
sure.
this pen, bring up camera, Kat's camera. Let's see if I can get this to come in focus. Is that staying in focus or no? Here, do mine again. Let's see what happens on mine.
Hey, we have to give Nikki a little applause, you know. Everybody, we have to give
This
Nikki...
was the pen that was in the hotel rooms. And we only found like 10 of them. But this is an original pen from the Deborah, it says Deborah Hotel and Casino.
Yeah.
So that was pretty friggin' rare as well.
Well, you know, everything is a collectible. It's so
Well,
cool.
that is everything I think I have other than that museum pin. Do we have some more of those pins? So we'll include the museum pin as well.
Okay, so number 2 to win, 2 is for a Cat and Todd Live cup. And we will sign it for you if you want. There's a place on the back. It says find the good in everything. And then I left a space for signatures if you want them. And also the inspirational pen. I am loved, I am blessed, I'm a child of the Most High God. That is what I say every morning when my eyes open, along with thank you, because my gratitude. It's also a stylus, so you get a cup and a stylus. If you know the answer to... And after this one, we close the auction. Okay, so number 2. This singer's first #1 hit on the U.S. Billboard charts was Heartbreak Hotel. What is his name? That one is easy peasy.
That depends on your age, actually.
Yeah, but, you know, I think most of us, other than Seth Robichaux, of course.
Are you trying to say there are no people, only Seth is out there of that age?
Of his age, yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, waiting for Oh, you know what, Frank? We are going to do that Monday night. We want to try to build something around that.
Moody.
Maxine Moody. That's who I got too. Maxine Moody. That's right. You are the winner.
And the answer was?
And the answer was Elvis.
Okay,
Okay, could we just have one more for Nikki Luongo, John, because we didn't give her props.
Oh.
That's for you, Nikki, for winning the first one. That's right.
Oh, big crowd.
Okay, the auction is closed at this moment. So while we do that, we will go on to number 3. And number 3 prize is, we got the new Cat Danas in, by the way. And I love this. This is a slightly different pattern, and I love this. This is the black Cat Dana. Todd has got the pirate Cat Dana. This is the black Cat Dana, and you just throw it around your neck, and you can use it in all kinds of ways. It's an amazing thing. So the black Cat Dana that's new, and the white Cat Dana is gorgeous. Look at this new pattern. It's just beautiful. It's a very cool paisley pattern. So the white Cat Dana and the black Cat Dana. So this is a value of $40. Or if you use the We Care, you would get 25% off of those. So, you know what's funny? The pirate is talking because it's up against your mouth. See, look, do you see the pirate talking?
That was one of my favorite things at Disneyland.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yes.
But all little boys liked the pirate stuff, for sure. Ever since the Treasure Island, Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island.
Treasure Island.
And Wallace Berry played the greatest pirate ever.
All right, number 4. Number 4, here we go. What is the gift? Oh, the gift is the 2 Cat Danas.
The 2 Cat Danas.
Here it is, the 2 Cat Danas. And here it is. She is the one who said, girls just want to have fun. Who is she? She's the one who said, girls just want to have fun. Who is she? And here we go. We're going to wait for confirmation once we hear this.
Okay, waiting for confirmation.
Maria Garvin loves when you sing the pirate song. Oh my gosh. Nicole Johnson, love your pirate song. All right. Oh, yeah, Bill Toscola. Bill, you know who you are. Tiskokalis. A nice Greek boy. Nice Greek boy. Bill, you are the winner, and the answer is Cyndi Lauper, so you did great. So, Bill, you are the winner of the 2 new Cat Danas, and you are going to love them. Okay, here we go. Number 4 is the gift certificate for $30 to catcosmetics.com. If you win this, make sure that you send me your email and a mailing and no, I just need an email because we will send that to you electronically. For a $30 gift certificate to catcosmetics.com. The question is this. This iconic singer struck a pose with the song Vogue and starred in the musical Evita. What is her name?
I knew we'd get to her eventually.
Did you? That's right. What is her name?
Okay, waiting for confirmation.
Waiting for confirmation? All right. Melissa Walker. Melissa Walker, you have won the $30 gift certificate. There you go. Yay. Okay. So the last one is a number. We're gonna do numbers, which you guys love. So let me show you what you will win. The last one is one of my favorite things. My company makes these, and it's really fun. The brush set. I know. No, let me do it again. Bam! Wow. Open sesame, meow. This is an amazing thing. Okay, so it is 9 brushes. They are I designed the heads on these, and you can make any face you want with this. This is a makeup artist collection in a tiny brush set that goes everywhere you do without picking up that stuff on the bottom of your purse. You know, it used to be just like germs. Now it's like life or death, right? I mean, it's crazy.
Well,
So
how
everybody
did
should
it,
have
how
an
did that
open
get in your
sesame app.
purse?
Oh, I know. Well, because a woman's purse is a nasty place. I mean, you know, it's
I've seen.
I know. You're going to throw the number. Yes. Okay, so I thought of a 2-digit number.
Easy with that now. Don't show anybody.
Nobody
Okay.
see.
She's
Okay,
whipping
so
it
I'm
all
thinking of a 2-digit number between 80 and 90. Make it real fast because we have to put the chickens away. A 2-digit number between 80 and 90. And guess what that is? Just guess what that is. 2-digit number between 80 and 90. By the way, hello, Philip. I just saw that you were in the room. Linda Kornreich is in the room. Lisa Eaton is in the room. So while we're waiting for that, I just happened to notice some folks that are in the room that I didn't see. Julie Gingrich is in the room. Oh. Okay. Have we gotten it yet?
Yes.
Okay, we're waiting for confirmation. All right.
Debbie Jackson Strang.
Debbie Jackson Strang. And the number was 87. 87. That's right. Oh, Philip. Hi. Okay, Debbie Johnson Strang, congratulations. Now we will announce the winners of the auction and say good night.
No, we're going
on
to
this.
talk about. We're going to.
And we're going to. Yeah, we will.
Okay.
We'll do that right before. Debbie, the Debbie bundle went to Barb Kevern. Barb Kevern, you have won the Debbie bundle.
Who was second place?
Lisa
Of course.
Eaton was second place. And Kat bundle went to Peggy Delgadillo. Congratulations. I'm so glad. I know that this will have a really good home with you. Thank you so much.
It may not go to the pigeon fund, but somewhere.
Yeah, no, we have so many.
Let me
you know?
have that.
Okay, so before we say goodnight, Todd found this in the collection,
Mhm.
and this is really quite an amazing piece, actually.
Yeah, so what we've got here, let's see what would look, okay, I'll do it without the glare if I can. So this is an original 2-album set of Easter Parade and Singing in the Rain. The thing that makes this especially cool, I don't know if you could see it, It's signed by my mother and Donald.
Donald O'Connor?
Can you point at it?
Yes. So Debbie signed it here, and Donald O'Connor signed it above. Yeah.
Right. So it's in a nice little matted frame thing.
It's like it's almost like a shadow box.
It's another one. I don't know that I have another one of these, but I felt like it was the only Singing in the Rain thing.
I've never seen it before. I don't think you have another one.
So it was the only Singing in the Rain thing I was kind of willing to part with.
Right.
Because the Singing in the Rain stuff I have is really hard to come by.
Right.
And so this.
So we're going to put that on my Facebook page as
that's going to be up for the week.
The 5-day auction.
So next Friday, is that when we ended, or was that?
Probably Wednesday. So it'll be up. Yeah,
I think you should leave this there till Friday night.
No, Wednesday. It's fine.
Oh, I guess, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just think
Wednesday.
like.
So it'll go on tonight, and it'll end, or tomorrow, and it'll end on Wednesday.
And that'll come with the certificate that we give out, the authenticity signed by me, and also, describing the item itself.
Perfect. All right. So.
Oh, it looks like it actually comes also with the floor.
Oh, it does. It comes
if somebody
with the piece
now,
of the
if the
floor
person,
and the pin.
you don't have to have that, obviously, but that because it came from DR Studios, everybody figured maybe that was so. We could put a little DR Studios bundle together. The Singing in the Rain album, the floor, and let's give a piece of the stationery.
Yeah.
Also, so it's got a little Debbie Reynolds Studio bundle. Kind of full circle there.
Well, I had a great Saturday night. It was fun. I got to be with my peeps.
It's Saturday
our peeps.
night.
Did you have fun?
I always have fun playing on this show with you.
Oh, me too. And Dora and I now will run outside
to take care of those.
Make sure the chickens are. In fact, let's take a peek and see
if
they
see what they're
put
doing.
themselves away. Yes, because I want to know.
It's all over. They were already put away.
It's getting darker.
Well, they were already mostly put away.
Well, let me just see.
Let's look at. Let's see. So first thing we have to do is refresh.
Okay.
There we go. Starting to come online. See, it's already dark out there, but you can see everybody sort of in their little respective rooms.
Yeah, it's dark already. There's the senior house. I can tell there's only 9 chickens in there. But the door's open. That's upsetting. And then there's the junior's house with the 2 turkeys.
Turkey hogging the picture as usual.
Oh, it's night vision because it's dark in there. So all we have to do is just go close everything up. And takes us about 20 minutes, and then dinner time. So that's our Saturday night. Todd, you're going to do the closing, and
oh, look, they were flying. Look, they're flying around.
They're flying around. You see the ducks? They actually love that dome because it's super high, and they love flying. And I let them fly outside to see if they wanted to go anywhere, but they didn't want to. They wanted to. They flew, but they flew.
Yeah, they could have left.
They follow me.
No, they could have left right then and there.
Actually, yeah.
Like,
anytime they want to leave, they're free to. But so far, they haven't chosen that.
Before you do that, check your email. I sent you the Girl Scout pictures.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we can show those on the next show.
It would have to go.
Or I can leave you because we have got to get out there.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll leave everybody. We'll leave everybody with this, but I will. I'll interrupt it with my phone. Because I can grab the picture off.
Okay.
So which one did you send it to, Mark? Todd Fisher.
So do you want to do the ruby slippers before I dash out to the chicken pens?
Very well.
Okay. So we'll do the ruby, and then we'll leave everybody with the ducks or the animals.
And then I'm going to bring up that picture we talked
so
about.
Say goodnight to each other. We like to leave it up because you guys are all a little family now.
Here it is.
Here we go. There's no place like home. All right, everybody. Todd's going to take it from here. I'm going to take my mic off and go take care of the chickens. Just want to say we love you and thank you so much, and have a great night. And I am off.
And there it is. turn it this way. And then we go like that. So there's Carrie as a Girl Scout, pretending like she's having fun, placating my mother. But let's see the whole thing. I want to see the wide shot. I know the girls would love that. You sure you sent me both?
Yeah. I hit the send on them and then I come back.
I just have that one. Well, anyway, that's kind of special in the sense no one's really ever seen Carrie as a Girl Scout. We actually did the Sound of Children special where I played a Cub Scout and Carrie played a Girl Scout. And that was the only other time I think you would have seen Carrie in a Girl Scout uniform. But I still don't see that coming in, so we'll just assume. So we'll go out by watching the rest of the, let you guys chit chat, and we'll watch the birdies.
It was just going slow because of the size of them.
Oh, actually what it is it's because I'm not linked. Here we go. Just need to interrupt. So good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be seeing you always, always.